Let's do this thing.
Let's
become the Mayo Master.
Oh, the Mayo Master.
Oh.
I love my good mayo ketchup.
Oh, man. Today's jokes are brought to you by Seaman. Alright, I think I have my cold opening. Greetings! This is Evil Guacamole Gaming, and I am the Devil's Avocado. I am joined by...
the illustrious 11 on the Mo scale, Professor Pepper.
And we are playing Mayo Master. This is part of the Rainbow Jam 2016. Apparently, this is something to... I don't know.
It sounds...
This is,
the description makes it sound super intense, but I'm not exactly sure how intense a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mayo can be other than having the best hamburger ever.
Yeah, mayo on a burger?
Yeah, I put mayo on a burger. I put mayonnaise on a lot of things. Duh.
I put mayonnaise on a lot of things, especially chicken, but like, I don't know, red meat and mayo just
hamburgers.
Sound appetizing.
Just hamburgers. I don't put it on like other stuff. Steak, I'm like, raw. Nothing on it.
But, okay, let's get to this. Alright, blast, mouse to aim.
Oh, this one comes with an Xbox controller.
Okay. Which I don't have, so WASD it is.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh. I like how it looks like you're shooting spooge across the room. Hi there, my name is Casey, the spooge monster. Give him your seed. Give it to him. Give it to him good.
Wow, these are,
Are you like...
I have some inner demons that I need tackling with throwing mayo at them.
That's how I tackle my inner demons, except for it's usually not mayo. Then we cuddle afterwards. And by inner demons, I mean the hookers that I pick up across the street.
Wow, this is really slippery.
Ew.
Okay, I guess... Ah! Fuck.
The snowflakes are shooting mayo at you. But this kind of chemical warfare.
For some reason.
Because you hit the little icon at the top. I think when you hit the icon at the top, it switches.
I mean... No, I know I switched it by hitting the 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you can switch your weapon willy-nilly. Heart for you.
Okay, what's this? I want to overcome them and accept myself for who I am.
I'm not really ketchup. I am a tomato smoothie.
I do not know what this game is.
Ah, there we go. They should have put like a little arrow down there so you knew that you could like do something in there.
Oops. Clicked outside the window. Ah!
It's still there.
You know what would be the first signs that I'd like to see? What does the mayo and the ketchup do? Ah!
Yeah.
The flies represent my relationship. Oh, I guess that's what those are.
I like to know how their range is like 500 and
process.
yours is like 2. The flies represent my repressed relationship, usually with my father. And the mayonnaise, well, I just like to fist mayonnaise as a child because I like the noise it makes.
I'd like some information on how this game, like, how it's supposed to work. That's what I feel like I'm missing.
I can't tell if you're just holding buttons down longer, or it looks like you're on like one of the icy levels where you slide just a little bit after you're done moving.
No, this game is really slippery.
Oh. It adds to the fun of being a condiment on what I can only assume is a paper trail. Oh. Shoot that mayo. Shoot it good.
Yeah.
What's this little thingy? The
Snowflakes are myself. Unique, beautiful, but fragile, broken by smallest touch. So I'm killing myself? What?
I don't understand this game at all. I'm assuming whoever did this has some weird issues with food that should probably be addressed. But, I mean, I'm not one to judge.
Also, as a person who loves metaphor, who makes lots of metaphors, first of all, this metaphor doesn't make any sense. And secondly, why these things? And third, if you have to explain the metaphor explicitly, it's not a good metaphor.
Yeah, and I've never once seen...
Oh, holy
what the... What do the cockroaches represent? It's a boss fight, too.
Okay. Defeating the spider was my first step to accepting these as part of me and moving on.
Accepting what as part of you? Being a snowflake and breaking, or... I'm confused.
I mean, if you have to tell me that's what it means... Oh man, I feel bad because I'm being hella harsh, but at the same time, it's like... This is...
Oh, what's going on here?
Ah.
I prefer a little subtlety in my game. I mean, if you have to lay it on heavy-handed, it kind of loses some of that oomph. But at least it explains a little more than a couple of other games I've seen where you're basically just dropped in the middle of somewhere, no instructions, and you're just like, what?
Descending deeper, I face them again and again.
What, self-doubt? This is like...
I must face them. I don't want to be held back.
Are these supposed to be candles or muffins? Or torches?
I think they're supposed to be like barrels on fire, but that may be because I've been watching some Doom-related stuff. Ah, shit. I didn't even see that was a thing.
Don't go and splooge all over that snowflake.
Your fragility only exists as long as you don't have a bunch of mayonnaise on your face.
Hopefully this fly drops a heart, because you are...
Oh, yeah.
I'm completely distracted by the fact that you're just shooting mayonnaise at a snowflake that's shooting ketchup back at you.
Yeah.
Aw, game over.
You silly sheep.
Tweet about our game.
You know, we've been playing for 10 minutes. I mean, I'm sure there's more signs that tell us more of exactly what we're supposed to experience in this game, but I don't I don't want to go back.
Once you've seen the face of the demons, you can never unsee the face of the demons.
I mean, like, relative to, like, say, what was the coming out party?
Oh, God.
Like, at least, like, I mean, this was a game, definitely. The gameplay wasn't anything to, want to do again. And, but, like, it did a thing. I'll say, comparing that to coming out party at least had like, the metaphor was not explicit, perhaps even to a point where, like, it was ambiguous enough that it's like, is this what it exactly seems it is, or is there more to this? And it never explains itself.
Yeah,
Like,
that game didn't explain anything.
which is kind of good, which is kind of why I liked it a bit. But yeah, I don't know much more to say about this. I mean, like, y'all that made this game, don't let me tell you, like, this isn't me saying you should stop making games. Just,
learn what a metaphor is. Go back,
yeah.
And we obviously know you know what type is. And please use a font that doesn't look terrible. Because...
Also, I mean, just as a game design aspect, like, I have no idea what the difference between the ketchup and the mayonnaise was, other than I kind of got the impression the mayonnaise was stronger, but it didn't fly as far. Was that the difference? Was there, like, anything more to that? I don't know. That should be what the first sign should be. And what, like, it's okay to give a starter to the overall metaphor, and what I would have done was explain something about what the avatar is that you're playing and what it's doing. Like, why is it mayo? Why is it ketchup?
Yeah, why
give us that, and we can probably, if the metaphor is correct, we can go from the mayonnaise and the ketchup and whatever we were and figure out,
Yeah. I mean, if it was
rest.
my game, I would have probably used something like jet-propelled poutine and balloons full of hummus.
What would that be a metaphor for?
Nothing, I just like French fries and gravy and hummus.
Fair enough.
Plus, if you explode a water balloon full of hummus instead of water, I imagine it just looks disgusting, which is pretty much my life. Just a mess. Just a hot mess. And a cold mess. That's what they are. Poutine is the hot mess. Hummus is the cold mess. It's all a mess.
And, man, there's, I don't know, like, I don't like to do critique where, like, everything is negative, because it's a little harsh. Like, I mean, I have no idea if...
I wish there had been arrows or signs to say that this is where you go next. Or, like, add, like, 2 little blue tiles or something. Like, the floor would have been a different color just in that little section, so you knew this was an exit rather than, oh, it's a wall that you can go through?
Yeah. Like... And I'll give a pass on the fact that, like, everything in the game kind of looks MS Paint, like, and not like the good, like, holy crap, you made that in MS Paint. No, this is the...
You clearly made this in MS Paint.
Because, you know what? I don't care. You can do this right with that. Like, all of the assets of this game, I mean, were substantial for what it was that was being done. You know. Other than, like, things like you mentioned, like, it'd be nice if there was indicators on the floor.
Yeah.
You could still do that in MS Paint. So it was not a limitation of, like, you know.
And like I said, the font issue for me, but then again, that's just me. That's stylistic choice on my side where I'm like, oh, girl, you need to fix that font.
Well, it would also help to have, like, an outline on it.
I also don't think it fits the style of the game to just have it like that. I would have liked it to be like a kind of like a diner-y looking font, because if they're going to go for full-on diner, go for like full-on...
I think it was, like, supposed to be, like, kitchen.
I got diner. I don't know why. But I think it was just fact that it was...
Diner and kitchen have very similar aesthetic.
Yeah, because it reminded me of like a Denny's mixed with a Steak and Shake kind of feel, because the background with the checkerboards and stuff.
Yeah.
Like 1950s, 60s diner era kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to shit on this game, like, too much, because, I mean, they made a game type of thing, and, like, that's good. Don't stop making games. Don't stop making a thing. I hope you take whatever it is, like, as harsh as we're being, like, just take that and be like, I mean, it's okay if you feel mad about the critique, that's fine. Just use that. Like, be like, that asshole, I'll show them what a real good game is. This next one is going to be amazing, and everyone is going to love it, and I'll show you, type of thing. Do that.
Yeah, do a total journey. Don't stop believing.
Don't, like, you've got the basic skills down. You can make a game, make another game, and make it better. Which it would be, I would say that to anyone, no matter how good their game was, is make another game, make it better. So, you know.
There's only one company I wish would get that memo. Square Enix.
Huh? It's like, their motto is make another game.
Make it prettier.
Make it more zippers, more belts.
More hair.
Actually, more zippers, more belts is specifically Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god, yes, but I love it. I can't help it. That game is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you can add zippers to everybody. I'm just gonna be like, hey, zippers.
I want somebody whose outfit is just zippers in Kingdom Hearts.
They have had a character whose outfit was like 90% belts, and she was my favorite character ever. Not Kingdom Hearts, just Square Enix in general, and it was Lulu.
Lulu. Oh, the belt skirt is amazing.
It is, and that one little peekaboo where you can see her like sock. And that's like the only part of her body you can see is her sock and her boobs, and I'm like, this is conservative yet still whorish at the same time. I love it.
Whorish seems a little harsh.
Her boobs were about 1 inch from exploding out of her top.
So what? Free him.
Might as well.
Yeah, it's like what? But I'm a huge proponent of like men get to have their titties out. Women should be able to have their boobs out and not like and it just be they want their boobs out just like men want their boobs out.
I mean, personally, I don't like mine out. I do not like going without a shirt. I don't like. Everybody's like, a lot of people just like not wearing clothes. I'm like, I don't understand those people. I like being fully clothed, like pants, shirt, like hat, and I'm like, I need all my clothing.
Oh yeah, no. Like, also, I support that. Like, I don't know. This is getting into more to sexual liberation and sex positivity discussion, which I'm fine with. That this is somehow this game about throwing mayonnaise at snowflakes has somehow the conversation has changed to this, but I don't care. Is that, you know, I believe fully that, you know, you don't want your body out there, then your body shouldn't be out there. If you want your body out there, then
by all means,
your body
put
should
your
be
body out there.
And ain't, you know, no one has the right to judge you for you know how you want your body to be out there.
Yes, but I will tell you now, I probably will judge you because everybody does.
Well,
but
okay.
I won't say anything to you because that's rude.
I mean, like, there's a what happens and what you do about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like
if I don't like somebody's outfit, I'm not going to straight up be like, oh god, your outfit's terrible. If I don't like it, normally I won't say anything because they look happy. I'm not going to ruin that for somebody. It's rude and it's mean.
Well, and like, there's a thing about like, the first reaction you have to things is often not real. It doesn't really define who you are as a person. Like, you can't control your first reaction to things. So, like, if you immediately react to a thing that in a way that's like that's awful, like, I'm trying to think, like you see something and like, say you had like immediately had like this racist thought about a person that was a different race than you, and then you're like, oh fuck, what's wrong with me? Why would I think that? The reality of who you are is the second part, because the first part is just societal programming, and you can't control that. Like, we've been told all these racist stereotypes about different groups of people all our fucking lives, so that comes up into your head with your ability to like go, that's fucking racist, that's awful, what the fuck is wrong with my brain? That's you being you, and that's the way you're supposed to react, you know?
Yes, because everybody has those first impressions and thoughts, and I don't like it when people deny that they have it. We all know you have some thoughts that are not exactly PC. Get over yourself. Just stop. Just be like, okay, every now and again this happens. You know what I mean?
Like, you know, but I think it's because people don't. I mean, there's also the like, people don't want to be seen as racist because being racist is bad.
That doesn't make you racist. It just means, like, if your entire life somebody told you something like, this book contains all the answers you'll ever want, and then you just assume that it does, and then you finally open and you're like, wait, this doesn't. But you still, like, think every now and again, like, oh, I want to know.
This is just a cookbook.
Yeah. Well, that does contain all my answers.
Fair enough.
I don't need to know about, like, Guam. No, F that. I want to know how to make spicy chicken. But then again, this is a cookbook for white people, and there's no spicy chicken in it.
Yeah, there is. Salt's a spice, right?
Mayonnaise is spicy. Oh my god, that's what the game's about. Full circle.
It's about how white people can't take spice. This coming from a white person who definitely can't take spice.
And this coming from another person who uses, another white person, mind you, who uses sriracha on literally anything I can. I love spicy food. I'm like sitting there like half a bottle of sriracha later on top of rice, and I'm like, am I done yet? And I'm like, no.
I think it's also important, like, it's important to also recognize, like, okay, like, if you're told that if your brain goes to those racist conclusions and, like, you're like, oh, that's fucked up, like, it's important to also, like, don't pretend like you're the only person who gets that thought, and then other people don't react to that, and they just accept it, and people of those groups live with the fact that that thought pops up wherever they go in the minds of other people. If that makes sense.
My favorite racist thought that I had at work was, it was a gem. It was a gem. I was sitting there and I was doing something. I honestly can't remember. It had nothing to do with anything. And all of a sudden I was like, I don't understand. Oh, I was passing by the watermelons at work. And I was like, I don't understand why everybody thinks that African Americans like watermelons so much. There's an entire country song dedicated to white people getting drunk on melons.
I think I know this, and the association with water and watermelon and chicken is the fact that at least when the stereotypes were created, they were watermelon was extremely cheap food, and chicken was the cheapest meat you could get.
I think it's what a lot of soul food was back then, like collard greens and stuff were like the cheaper end of everything.
Yeah, and chicken also could go a long way if you knew how to, like, because you could buy a chicken and it would have a bunch of different stuff with it, like, as opposed to, like, you know, the white people would buy beef and it would just be the meat and maybe a little bit of bone. Like, if you buy a whole chicken and know what to do with it, like, you've got gizzards, which you can use for things.
Yeah.
You've got you can use the bones as part of a stock for soup. You know, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You can really stretch out a chicken, and so, like, that's
elastic.
You could practically choke it. Now that's really getting back to the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so because of that, like, liking chicken was associated with black people because they were poor, because we never paid restitutions to black people after slavery, and then white people thought it was funny to make fun of black people because they liked the only food that they could afford.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, oh, that's real nice there, white people. Way to step it up and be, awesome. Jackasses.
And the reality is, every fucking buddy loves chicken and watermelon. They're fucking delicious. The only people who don't like chicken are vegetarians.
I actually don't like watermelon that much.
Really?
It's more of a picky thing. I don't like watermelon because we always end up getting the ones that are, like, solid water. I like the sweeter ones, the darker red ones, but if it's just the, like, pale
that's
pink,
probably
I'm
has to do time of season. It's probably got to do with the time of season that you get it. Like, you can get...
Plus, I ate a bunch of watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew one time and went and jumped on a trampoline and then threw my guts up because it was not good. And then I think that's why I don't eat watermelon, honeydew, or cantaloupe anymore.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. So you just had, like, a whole, like, fruit platter, it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't really eat any of those much anymore, because, ugh.
Okay.
Awful.
We've now been talking twice as long as we played the game, so we should probably move on. We touch a whole bunch of good topics. I might cut this out and make it a part of this a separate video. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So at any rate, thank you all for joining us.
Yes.
This is Evil Guacamole Gaming. I am the Devil's Advocado, and I am joined by
Professor Pepper.
And we will see you in the next game. Farewell.
Toodles.
Greetings, this is the... Cut. Try it again.